Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Sigma Real Estate Studios. And today we're looking at August numbers and what they are doing. Now, over the course of the last couple of months, I've been chatting with around 35 different loan officers and agents scattered around America, from Oregon all the way down to Florida, up to New York, back down to Texas. So kind of all over the place, trying to understand what's going on in their markets and ultimately what's going on in our market, and if there's any signs of any price drops or anything like that. What I found after talking to all these people is that the majority of them do believe that home prices will continue to rise. However, they don't believe that they're going to rise at the double-digit percentages that we have been having over the last 12 to 18 months, because in most major markets, we've seen jumps of 10, 15, 20% in a year. Most don't think that that's sustainable, so they do believe, just based on a supply and demand issue in their markets, we're seeing it in our market. And based on that supply and demand issue, we do all foresee prices going up. Now, how about interest rates? Well, mortgage interest rates right now are heavily dependent on everything that's going on, including inflation, including that D word that if I say, the algorithm might throw this video off, so I'm not going to go into that stuff. But there's a lot of things going on. Let's dive into Westchester County to see kind of what's been going on here. And before we do, hit that like button. Now let's go. So today, as usual, we'll be looking at the 5 key indicators of the market. That's median sales price, new listings, pending sales, days on market, and homes available for sale. Now, hopefully by looking at these numbers, we can see kind of the trend and where the market will be going. Now, I haven't looked at these numbers yet at all, so it'll be very interesting to see what's going on. All right, first up, median sales price. Let's take a look. Pre-COVID, probably right around here. Low was 680. Here we go. Now, we've kind of plateaued July to August. Again, like we said, we don't see huge double-digit percentages in increases like we have. However, we also don't see it slowing down. So this is kind of lining up with that. Let's just take a look at the monthly data instead of rolling 12 months. From March 2021, it's basically just been a skyrocket straight up. We went from 705 all the way up to 880, and now it's kind of plateauing 885, 890. So, okay, I guess we were all pretty right on this one. Nice and steady. Second up, new listings. And this is kind of going to tell us what is going on, and will prices go down or will they keep going up? And dropped. All right, so May, we see we had the springtime. Going into the spring, we had a bunch of new listings coming on. Now we're seeing it plummeting. So we're going from 10,000 in May down to 9,143. Now, again, this is rolling 12 months. So let's take a look at the monthly data. And the monthly data is showing the same exact story, except now it's saying for the month of August. So for the month of August, we only had 544 new single family listings in all of Westchester County. So I'm sure you can guess what that means for prices. Third up, pending sales. Now I can almost imagine this going down based on inventory going down and just not as many homes available to sell. Let's see. Yep, so pending sales, same thing, dropped down to 578. But let's take a look at this. 544. So in August, we had 544 new listings, but we had 578 go under contract. So we're eating up basically all the new listings, plus we're taking from the homes that have been sitting on the market. Fourth up, days on market. Now, I'm sure this is still really low. Let's take a look. All right, so March, 50 days on market, 37 April, 28 May, and just kind of going down here. It looks like we kind of hit the bottom at 18 days on the market, and now we're going back up to 20. This is pretty interesting because, yes, people are really backed up in terms of attorneys getting contracts signed, inspectors getting out there, especially when it comes to septic and oil tank inspections. A lot of that happens prior to the contract being signed. So until the contract gets signed, technically the property is still on the market. So it'll be interesting to see where this number goes going into September, October, November, December, and into the first quarter of next year. And number 5, last but certainly not least, this is the homes available for sale. Okay, so we started to go up during the springtime, right? We saw that huge bump of new listings in the spring. Where are we? Right here. So we had February, March, April, huge increases here. And that shows when we take a look at, where is it? Homes for sale. And this shows right? So we had all these extra homes available for sale, but as the new listings are dropping, so are the homes available for sale. This basically is saying that at the moment, in all of Westchester County, there's only 1,396 single family homes available for sale. I'm sure you can guess which properties those are. It's probably the ones that are A, overpriced, that the sellers are absolutely out of their mind on the money they're trying to get on this property, or B, it's just properties that nobody wants to fix up, nobody wants to spend the money, because let's face it, even construction costs right now are through the roof. Even they're delayed. So buying a home to remodel it, number one, might cost you more money. And number two, might take a lot of time that you don't have. Now, I want to also look at one more. This is months supply. Basically, all this is saying is if we get no new listings at all based on the rate at which buyers are purchasing these properties, how many months would it take for us to have no more homes for sale? 2.2 months. If we get no new listing in the next 2.2 months, we'll have no more homes available for sale. And so 2.2 is clearly, I'm sure you can guess this, a seller's market. This is through and through a seller's market. Now, what I do also want to say, I am noticing more properties sitting on the market longer, right? Those numbers are not going to show up right away because they're anomalies at the moment. But I am seeing more and more properties sit on the market. I am seeing more and more properties go down in price. Keep in mind, as an agent, other agents just blast out emails to each other saying, hey, listen, we just did a price reduction on this, or hey, this is back on the market. This is available for sale. We are seeing a good amount of properties go back on the market. This could be an appraisal issue. This could be the buyer really wasn't qualified to buy this home. This could be that the taxes were incorrectly input into the mortgage. So agent didn't do their job. Now the buyer suffers because they can't buy the house based on taxes. So it could be a number of different reasons why properties are coming back on the market. And let's not forget, we still have looming over us the eviction moratorium. We have forbearance, and we don't know exactly what the effects of that will be. But I can say this, and it's actually been a pretty interesting conversation I've had with a bunch of these people. Again, it's about 35 people scattered all across America in different major markets. What a lot of people have been saying is they feel that, hey, we're not at the top. We're somewhere in the middle. So we definitely have room to go up. And should it bottom out, it's not going to be the bottom of '08. It's going to be more so, hey, we're just going to go back to kind of where it was right before COVID. Trying to understand which way the market's going to go. None of us have a crystal ball. Trust me, if we knew which way markets were going to go and it was a guarantee, we wouldn't be selling homes to other people as agents. We would just be buying them and selling them ourselves. With that being said, I'd love to hear some of your thoughts down below, whether you think the market's going to go up in terms of pricing, whether you think it's going to go down, what you think might happen to the rates. Do you think the Fed is going to back off on buying bonds? Again, so many different things. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And before you go, you know the drill. Hit the subscribe button, ding the bell, and I will see you here next time. I'm your host, Jimmy O'Done, and this was the August Market Update.